Okay.
Ugh, come off it.
All that's left is my boy Stroll. Let's go chat with him and then get to this final dungeon. Or final fight. I'm still just assuming that there's a dungeon. There might not be. I mean, he is just in like a giant light in the sky. It could just be like, go punch Luis and that's it. Tomorrow, we settle things with Luis for good. We're as prepared as we can be, so why not pass the time over a hot meal at the Honeybee? Classic. Guess what's your awakening ranking?
No, then.
Stroll number 1, Basilio number 2. I would have to watch all the others again to get any more specific than that. Stroll was my favorite, Basilio was my second favorite. Now let's dig in. I asked Fabian to go all out and load us up with extra special dishes. This is quite a grand feast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we battle Luis, do we not? We need to eat well and keep our spirits high. What if I get a tummy ache during the final battle, Stroll? Fabian, keep it coming if you would.
Huh?
What? Misters, you ate all that meat? Yeah. Red-blooded American men, eating all of the meat that we're offered. I served more than people usually finish, too. Shall I bring out another helping?
No.
No, this was more than enough. It was great, thank you. Tomorrow, you're gonna fight, right? Nah, almost correct, Maria. We're gonna fight and win. Then this guy here will become king and make this a good country. A good country? A peaceful country where there's no fighting. Well, no fighting is a bit idealistic. Yeah, so won't you cheer us on, Maria?
Yeah.
Of course, I'll always cheer for you. Miss Fabian will too, right? Naturally, we'll wait here with bated breath for their triumphant return, won't we? A good country. You know, Rogue, if I felt even for a moment that Luis's ideology had merit, I might not be in this fight. But we know that's not the case. He desires a country where the weak and helpless are culled. Everyone would know and see that, yet do nothing. No one would benefit by saving such people. They would be written off as a loss. And yet the masses still support Luis. When did our country become so bleak? We'll help anyone in need. It started as little more than a clever campaign slogan, but thinking back, I think we all felt power in those words. Still, speaking the words is easy, but acting on them is another thing entirely, even for a king.
Right.
You're right, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean I'm gonna give up. Ha! And that's what makes you you. Yu Hakusho? Remember, the inheritance my parents left me was all the people of Hylia. Our people are our greatest fortune. I'll never forget that. My parents were good lords, and the people of Hylia loved them for it. I truly hope with all my heart that this country becomes that and more.
Take this.
So I want you to have this. Ooh, a short sword. This short sword has been passed down through House Haliatatus for generations. It's said to protect its owner. The fact I've survived until now is proof enough.
Hey.
No matter what happens tomorrow, win. Don't die. You must fight for the sake of the many lives in this country.
It'll be all right.
It'll be all right. I'll be right there with you. Yo, what a bro. Stroll is my favorite still, I think. Awesome character. All right. We have spoken with all of the followers. Except Gallica, I guess, but she doesn't count. She didn't have a little marker on her.
All right.
So now, I think I just need to go rest at the Honeybee to end the day. Also, they did time it to where the last day is Idol's Day. Very clever. This is it, chat. To the end of the game we go. The bed is bigger and softer than the bunks in the Gauntlet Runner. Let's rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
Hey.
Hey, you're still up, right? Okay, so we have a little chat with Gallica right here. That makes sense. I was thinking about everything that's happened so far, and now I can't sleep either. It's incredible, isn't it? In the beginning, it was only the two of us, but now you have so many allies around you. So many people lent you a hand and believed in you. I wonder why everyone's so drawn to you. Have you ever heard of the curse of the anime protagonist? How does this game's story compare to Persona's? Well, I'm at the very end of it, so how the game ends will be a big factor in that, but... I mean, specifically Persona 5, I'm still more interested in Persona 5's story overall, but I think that's just because the characters in Persona 5 are more interesting to me than the characters in this game. But despite that, Metaphor's story is still pretty enthralling. I enjoy it a good deal. I think it's really good. But I prefer Persona 5 still. Maybe because I seem like a good person? You certainly don't look like a bad person. That's a comforting place to start from. Well, whatever you feel about it aside, I bet the people who support you from the heart feel like they can trust their own wishes and ideals in your hands.
Yep.
Maybe that's what a real king needs.
What?
What do you mean?
Let's see.
I think a real king is someone who's always fighting for the wishes and ideals of others, not his own. When you think about it, the previous king's royal magic was apt. It made sure everyone could wish for their king.
Excuse me.
Remember, the source of magic is anxiety. And I mean, anxiety is just a hope combined with a fear, don't you think? When people think I want to do this or I want to be like that, it becomes a power that can create or change things. Luis draws his power this way. No one more fervently believes in his ideology than he does. But you fight for the modest wishes of many, many people. So take it to heart. The wishes you bear now will one day be the power you wield.
Let's have faith.
That's magic I'm sure will defeat even Luis. Ah, look at the time. We should really try to sleep so we can give our all tomorrow.
Here.
Actually, I made something for you that might help. Here. What the heck is a sachet, chat? Smells nice, doesn't it? It's enchanted with magic that calms the heart. Now lie back, close your eyes. The fear, the anxiety, they aren't your enemy. They're the well from which you gather your strength.
Good night.
Good night.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. One day remains.
I think this is finally it. By the next sunrise, whoever has the most support will be the victor, chosen by the royal magic.
At this point, our approval rating should be neck and neck. So let's just kill Luis and we win by default. Let's go!
We've gathered enough support to be a match for the Blackguard, but we could be undone by the slightest change in the winds.
I mean, the royal scepter's in Luis's hands now. Whoever the royal magic picks, we'll still have to go stop him.
What if we, what if it's so narrow that the people demand the dead, floating rock king do a recount?
It is a feat only we can accomplish.
We'll get it done. And Del, you better be watching.
No matter what happens, I will protect you. 'Tis my oath.
You'll come back, right?
If I'm in the mood.
It feels just like it did on the day Papa left. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't cry. Oh.
Don't worry. Everything will turn out fine. Right, Your Highness?
I'll come back as king.
Right. Then I won't cry. I'll wait for you.
Luis seemed earnest in his wishes, at least. We'd be mistaken to cast him as a villain of pure black and white. But whatever his motives, it doesn't change the fact that his methods amount to massacre. Even if there's more to Luis's arguments than it seemed, you're all my friends. We've come this far together, and I'll always believe in you over him.
Yes, I agree.
'Tis a sentiment you know we all share. Let us vanquish Luis and rebuild our country.
I am glad we travel as friends. I thought that the reason we are less susceptible to the Magla's maddening power was thanks to our mastery of the archetypes. But perhaps it's something else. We just need someone with whom our hearts connect. Someone who is willing to face the same anxiety alongside us and move forward.
Indeed. I too was a slave to my despair, but you all helped me find my way back. I know I'd be lost without you.
Weren't we all at some point? Oh, this is getting a bit syrupy, even for me. Let's just make sure we survive. So the people of a new kingdom can hear our tales.
Then we better have a proper bash once we're back safe and sound. You let the good lady Fabia know we're reserving the place. Hey, Maria?
Okay. I'll ask her to cook something delicious too.
Now that'd be a treat. She cooked this fantastic red grass beedo the first time I was here, and it's been on my mind since.
By request, I've pushed the Skyrunner to her absolute limits too. On my honor as a right, I swear the old girl will get us there in one piece.
The One Piece is real, and Luis stole it. We gotta get him.
Bit of a one-way trip though. Can't promise a return flight.
Well, we're used to improvising escape routes. Tomorrow we settle this, once and for all.
Wait, tomorrow? We do it today, don't we? We're finally heading into that storm of Magla where Luis is waiting for us. When you're ready, just pick the location on your map. Oh, I'm ready. Let's go. Time's a wasting. Let's get in there.
To waver now. Nowhere left to go but forward.
I did not think Neurus would be voiced there.
It's time.
The Tyrant Star. We only get one shot to go there, and tomorrow's too late. The Tyrant Star. That's a neat name. What if we just, like, go hang out at the Malabello Stope instead? You know, just, like, have a nice little vacation day.
All right.
Luis is waiting for us here. Today, we settle this once and for all.
Wait.
Ready to take on Luis? Once we set off, there's no turning back. Understand? Wait, really quickly. Just in case this does turn out to be... Actually, I can't click out of this menu, so it doesn't matter, I think. I was gonna say I should set up my party to, like, the boss fight party in case we do go straight into a boss fight, but there's probably a dungeon or something.
Wait.
Let's go.
Understood.
Just say the word and I'll have her set and ready.
So we bring the fight to them.
All right, we're off. Let's keep our wits about us.
It's a vortex of tremendous magic. The magla in the air is so dense, I can almost grasp it in hand.
Neurus! That was not an encouraging sound.
Blast! So much for the armored hull.
Come up, man! You have to find a way through this!
Well, consequences can come later. I'm taking off her limiters. Hold on! Come on, old girl. We're partners. Keep it together.
It is not so much a place as it is raw magla, furious and unchecked. The shores of the hereafter spill forth from the royal scepter, now in the hands of Luis. If it is the sun that proclaims the day, and the moon that ushers the night, then the celestial lord of these red skies, ill with anxiety, is the Tyrant Star. We await tidings, be they favorable or ruinous. The future of the kingdom will at last be decided.
Close shave. Rather too close. But we made it.
I'm a little disappointed there wasn't an animated cutscene of Neurus flying this bad boy into the Tyrant Star, not gonna lie. I was expecting one.
But that rattling doesn't sound too clever. I think this is as far as the old girl goes.
It's broken? But what about our way back?
Calm down, old thing. I'll try some repairs. It's just I've never seen her in such a bad way.
'Tis as we expected then. We have no escape route.
Well, if things get rough out there, you can give me a shout. Still got the bunks if you need some rest to pull yourself together.
Right. Let's move.
Oh,
At last.
it's the music that happens when you get an archetype. Time to deal with Luis. Is this actually, like, it doesn't look like there's much dungeon here. Are we just going straight into boss fight? I already have the waifu team set up, which is the team I want for the final fight because I think it's my strongest team composition.
Oh-ho!
What's the matter, chap? You want to rest for a spell? Never mind.
Listen.
No. I just wanted to see if you had any dialogue. Don't need anything, do you? Well, just in case you do, I'll be right here.
Please, take
Magla from
care.
across the entire country is gathered here. Anything is possible in a place like this. And yet I feel confident in our victory. We have you on our side, and you have us to support you. I have faith in us. I'm prepared for whatever may come. This is the end, so let us face it. You know what? Now that we're here, I think it is going to just be boss fight, potentially. I was really expecting one more dungeon. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I've been thinking about it. Avenging Del, I mean. But now I understand. Del wouldn't want vengeance consuming me. I feel like he's giving me a kick in the butt and telling me to move on. So I can't let Luis destroy everything. Not this country and not the things Del loved.
Hey.
Let's wreck him together, you and me.
Your call.
This is the world from my sister's vision. It's Luis's dream, the birth of a world infested by humans. What she could not do, I will. She entrusted it to me after all. I won't let Luis win. Never. I'm all set. Let's end this once and for all.
It is all right.
Worry not. Regardless of what may happen, know that I will defend you with my life. You embody this country's hope, and mine as well. I give you my word. I will not allow Luis to take you from us. I'm prepared to do what must be done. We shall bring Luis to his end here and now. Well, there could be a little bit of, like, maybe not dungeon, but just a couple of, like, enemies to fight on the way. I don't know. It is thanks to all of you that I am here today. I stopped holing up in that cave and found comrades I could genuinely believe in. There truly is good in this world, and because of that, I will not allow it to be destroyed.
All right.
Allow me to join you on this final mission? No. Sorry, but you're, like, literally, Hazme, you're the last person, like, unit-wise that I would use in this fight. So this is our final fight. Goes without saying, but we can't afford to lose. We promised Marie, after all, that we'll win and return home. All of us.
Hey. I see.
Troll, I would love to include you and Basilio, to be honest, but I feel like Yufa, Hulkenberg, Juna is my best combo for actually winning. Maybe if Hazme had his maxed out royal archetype, I could consider using him because he'd be able to, like, dodge. Maybe.
Let's do it.
This is the end, the mission we were assigned, the duty the prince was born into. Let's see them both to success.
Ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll soon confront Luis and finally put an end to him. Oh, no, there are enemies in, like, dungeon aspects. Okay. This place is more horrifying than I'd ever imagined. It really is like the end of the world. No, it's the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. A place cannot become so warped simply through mechanicalization. There is nothing here other than Magla. So this is Luis's ideal world. A new era in which only humans survive.
No way.
Is this truly the world Luis envisioned the whole time? A world built on power alone would be so desperately lonely.
Please, take care.
Please be careful. I feel a powerful presence. Several, in fact, and none of them are Luis. Safe to assume he set traps for us, then. We'd best deal with whatever she's sensing head on. True, we have no idea what would happen if we left him be, so let's press on and dismantle his plans. Okay, hold up. Since there is actually a dungeon going, and I know I'm gonna use the 3 girls for the final boss fight, let's put in the boys and just be a bunch of lads fighting a bunch of giant
Watch your
chickens.
step.
There they are.
There they are. How did you immediately notice
This
me?
won't stop us.
Where was my knockback there, game? Oh my goodness. Hazme actually dodged something. I didn't know he could do that. Oh, the God
They're
Killer.
weak to ice. Let's stop him cold.
I'll be right back. I want to make sure that I get unscathed bonus on this.
Some enemies are still around.
I
Careful now.
don't think I agree with the game.
Could be our chance.
I see that giant mage thing back there, by the way. I hate that enemy. I don't think I agree with the game's decision
Totally fire
to... I don't think we've ever seen the God Killer. Let's see it. To make the final dungeon music the, like, hey, you just got an archetype music. I wish we got, like, some new final dungeon music. I think we have seen that once, and it is very cool. Blizzaton.
You hit their weakness.
I'm ready.
I
when
sure
you
did.
get to be ready.
Captain.
What if I hit you with the spiral fist?
Let's stop him cold.
I'll hold the spiral fist.
Tough one. I can't afford to hold back.
You're still stunned, but actually I think I can kill you.
Be frozen!
Be frozen! Yeah, there we go.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Of course he dodged, he's the boy. Falk, you haven't been here for my last, like, 4 streams where Hazme just gets hit 8 turns in a row.
Not bad, eh?
He's failed to dodge for me 1 too many times. And by 1, I mean like
That's all
7.
of them.
Oh, great, this enemy.
Right there. All right. How's that?
Wait, you have a sight. Are you the same enemy? I think you're slightly
We have
different.
the edge. Well done, Captain.
You still have a ton of HP, so I hate you.
Smash him up.
No, you're basically the same enemy, and I hate you.
I leave it to you.
I will fight with pride.
I'm gonna fight with pride, by the way.
Totally fireproof. We better use something else.